Prince Philip's huge sacrifice for the Queen revealed, secret of great royal romance. Prince Philip made a huge sacrifice when he chose to spend a lifetime by the side the Queen, according to a royal commentator. The Duke of Edinburgh vowed to act as Queen Elizabeth's eyes and ears when he married the soon-to-be-monarch 70 years ago on November 20, 1947. But Philip had in fact hoped to enjoy a life overseas in high command for the Royal Navy before his royal duties got in the way, according to royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam. Speaking ahead of the couple's 70th wedding anniversary later this month, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam told Express.co.uk, Philip would have far preferred a naval career than to be in a supporting role. Prince Philip joined the Navy from school in 1939 aged 18 and went on to serve with distinction in the Mediterranean. He also saw battle in the Second World War and many royal insiders tipped him to go all the way in the senior service and become its chief or First Sea Lord. But the Duke resigned as a commander in 1951 when it became clear his father-in-law King George VI was in ill health. He was formally made a British prince in 1957 by his wife, after he became the Baron Greenwich, Earl of Merioneth and Duke of Edinburgh just before his wedding to the Queen. Peter Morgan, creator of drama series The Crown, told Royal Central, Philip, I think, had made the mental calculation that he would enjoy 20 years of married life before this dreadful crown business would happen. Indeed, the prince had to wait until his 90th birthday in 2011 before becoming the titular head of the Royal Navy. And it was then that the Queen appointed him to the symbolic title of Lord High Admiral, which dates back to the 14th century, as thanks for his lifetime of dedication and in recognition of how he had sacrificed his naval career. But after the death of his father-in-law, the Duke threw himself into royal life to overcome the disappointment of the premature loss of his professional career. Dynamic and impatient, Philip had a temperament not suited to life in a secondary role, Mr. Fitzwilliam says. But after more than 65 years by the side of his wife Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Philip certainly made his mark, only retiring at the grand old age of 96 this year. Mr. Fitzwilliam said, he has managed it with panache and partly because of dontopidology, which helps him keep sane with so many royal duties. Their marriage of 70 years is indeed a remarkable partnership. The Queen is a person of equable temperament, the Duke is far more impatient and dynamic. She is conservative by nature and a countrywoman at heart. He is essentially a modernizer. Dontopidology is a term coined by Prince Philip, meaning the art of putting one's foot in one's mouth. The Duke is known for his hilarious quips, and in the months leading up to his retirement he was full of jokes, even telling celebrity cook Prue Leith at a palace event time discovering what it's like to be on your last legs. Mr. Fitzwilliam added, when the Duke decided to retire it was a personal decision to leave whilst he was able to carry out his duties when he was still at the top of his game. He can now choose what he wants to attend. No one can dispute that he has earned it at 96 after a lifetime of engagements and speeches. It is impossible not to appreciate the scale of his achievements.